Sean Dobens is a 27-year-old athlete from New York who's not just competing on the court at the 2025 Maccabi. He's walking in the footsteps of his family's legacy.
Yeah, Maccabi has a very profound part of kind of my family life. So my mother was born in Santiago, Chile. This is a very small, it's like 15,000 Jews in Santiago. You know, when my mother was around 9 or 10 years old, her father, so my grandfather, wanted to participate in the Maccabi game. So he was the goalkeeper for his local team, the Jewish team, in what they called Estadio Israelita. And the Maccabi games were coming up, and goalkeeper's an important position, but my grandfather couldn't afford to go to the Maccabi games. He didn't have enough money, and so all the players on the team raised money for my grandfather Nahum to go play, and it was kind of the first time he had ever been to Israel. And so he goes to Israel, he participates in the game, and while he's in Israel, he just falls in love with it.
Sean's own journey with futsal started at a young age, a sport that shaped him from early days to college and beyond.
Futsal I've been playing since I was probably 6 or 7 years old. The club team that I played on growing up was called Asphalt Green, and during the winter, because it was really cold in New York, we would play futsal, and so that's really when the futsal love emerged.
Dobens took his athletic talents to university to play on the 11-a-side team in Scotland. He later decided to get out of soggy weather conditions by playing indoor futsal at university, which eventually led him to connect with the Maccabi USA team.
I was having a beer with a former friend / coach in Tel Aviv. This is probably like 2 or 3 years ago, and he was like, "Sean, I've been trying to get you to kind of play in the Maccabi games for a while. Why don't you think about doing it? Like, the Pan American games are coming up in Argentina," and that was kind of that.
In 2023, at the Pan American Games, Sean saw gold with his team. Now in 2025, he's hoping to see it again, this time in Israel.
It's like fun to be the person with this target on your back of people wanting to say, hey, these are the guys who won in Argentina, and having to go defend that. And so there really are no words, I think, that can describe the feeling that I had coming out of Argentina. If Israel is anything like that, I will be like, it will exceed expectations. And I think just the feeling, there's like the athletic competitor part of me that just like loves being part of a team, and the camaraderie, and like just the hunger and ambition that you can get with a group of people, that is just like the animal in me that is very excited. And then there's the kind of more spiritual piece, which is to the extent it like acts as a, refining mechanism for my identity. I'm just very, very excited for that.
For Maccabi Media, I'm Jeannie.